Guess who's back? Back again. Lehman's back. Tell a friend. I got sick. Sorry for getting sick. Hopefully it won't happen again. Welcome back to Corpse Factory. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video or live stream that I upload on this channel. Also subscribe to all of my socials. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, join the Discord so you can keep up with me and the rest of the community. Those links will be in the description box down below. Enough talk. I've already missed a day. It's time to get back on the grind. Let's get into another episode of Corpse Factory. Enjoy. The morgue is a lot colder than I imagined it would be. I berate myself for not bringing a sweater, but there's nothing I can do about it now. The place has an icy, otherworldly feel to it. It's depressing and clinical and devoid of hope. And then there's the stench. It's not as overwhelming as I feared it may be, but it lingers and claws at my senses. It clings inside my nostrils and mouth and the very interior of my skull. It's very easy to understand why Kojiro's clothes always smell like this place. Once the odor gets a grip on you, it doesn't let go.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, that's fucking creepy. You can't start off with some shit like that, bro. What's wrong with you? A poor joke and poor taste, even for Kojiro. I feel like I'm going to vomit. Even Tomoe is looking a bit paler than normal. I'm surprised she accompanied us inside after she spent the whole drive over insisting that she would stay in the van.
They store bodies in here?
Of course. See all these lockers? They're cold chambers. Pretty much all of them are full, a body in each.
Fucking disgusting.
Noriko?
Yeah?
I keep things in order around here. Chambers on the left wall are cadavers due for cremation.
And what about the lockers on the right wall?
There's no way you're this smug right now.
No touchy-touchy. They're new arrivals or they're being collected for some reason or other. Autopsy, funeral, etc.
Got it. So, we can only make use of the cadavers in the lockers on the left wall.
That's a bingo.
I listlessly wander over to the left wall. There must be dozens of cold chambers here, all lined up in neat rows. Some doors are slightly ajar, and peeking inside reveals that they're empty, but the vast majority are sealed tight, the occupants within sleeping soundly. Hold on, I want to know, can I turn up the sound? The music volume is already down. Okay, everything's... Alright, that's just how it's gonna have to be.
Hey, question.
Shoot.
How do I know who is in each locker? Like, if I wanted to get an old woman's corpse, do I just have to search blindly?
Nah.
Okay, then what do I do?
Come here.
I walk over to Kojiro and follow him to a large computer monitor mounted on the far wall. He taps on a little panel inset into the wall and a shelf pops out, revealing a keyboard and mouse.
Familiar with databases?
Somewhat.
Perhaps all my data entry experience at Temujin will pay off here.
It's pretty simple anyway. Live database contains the current inventory items.
Ew. Well, you refer to these bodies as inventory items?
She's got a point. That's kind of cruel.
What would you call them?
Well, like, they used to be real people and shit, right? Why not show some respect?
I don't understand. They're cadavers.
I put a trembling hand on Tomoe's shoulder. I want to comfort her, but the act of doing so is still alien to me.
Don't worry about him, Tomoe. He can be a bit insensitive.
He's a freak.
Wow. Ouch.
Tomoe scoffs and makes a gesture with her middle finger. I'm a little surprised that she's so bothered by this. It's kind of funny that she holds respect for the dead, but not so much for the living.
Okay, so I can search this database for bodies that match my needs.
Yep. Just use the filters at the top. Not many categories, but it has the basics. Age range, gender, name. Not that that'll be useful to you. Actually, that's about it.
It's enough. It'll save some time at the very least.
Okay, so you want to hoist 3 bodies today, right? You said you have 3 requests?
Yeah, but this place is kind of overwhelming. I'm hesitant to bite off more than we can chew.
So we're just gonna do one for right now.
What's the game plan then?
How about we just take one
Yep,
body
thought
today?
so. Thought so.
We'll take it back to the factory, work on it, and see how we go.
All right, well, Aries cooked. Okay, she's
Works for
out.
me.
She's out of there.
Use the database.
Kojiro steps away from the monitor and indicates that I should use it. I rest my sweaty hands on the keyboard and feel the cold metal buttons sting my skin. A metal keyboard. It's very fitting for this cold, lifeless place. I have 3 requests currently in the works. I managed to get photos edited for all 3 of them thanks to taking the day off from the office. There's Amy Katsuno, the bully I went to school with. Then there's the pink-haired girl and the woman that looked tired and worn out. I should try and find a cadaver that matches the appearance of one of those victims. I use the database filter to search for females, and then I narrowed down the age range to young adult. There are a lot of hits, just how many people are entombed here anyway? I skimmed through the list of results. Since their names are meaningless to me, they might as well all be identical. But the column of data containing cold chamber identification codes is interesting. I point out one of the results to Kojiro.
Hey, how do I know what these numbers mean? This one here is 64AB. This one is number 31AA.
Ah, okay. Letters correspond to location. First letter refers to left wall or right wall. Second letter refers to top row or bottom row.
Give me an example.
Okay, this one? Number 64AB. The A means it's on the left wall and the B means it's on the bottom row.
Left wall. That's the side I can choose from, right? The body's due for cremation.
Okay, so anything that's in the A side is good.
So I could grab number 64AB if I wanted.
Up to you.
But this one here, let's see, number...
Pops needed to talk to me. Great timing too, because I needed water and I went and got me some water, so we back.
No. The first letter is B, so that's on the right wall. No go. Not scheduled for cremation.
I think I get it. Thanks.
I'll make a mental list of cold chambers on the left wall that fit my needs.
I'm going to start cracking open some of these sarcophagi.
Haha. That's a new one. Mad.
I hope that my nervousness isn't showing. I almost can't believe that I'm about to examine corpses in the flesh. Corpse Girl would be proud of me right now. As I walk over to the left wall of cold chambers, I catch a glimpse of Tomoe. She's standing by the exit, swiping on her phone as she taps her foot. I reach the first locker I want to look at.
Here we go.
Why are you blushing? It's a body under this shit. There's a metal handle on the front of the chamber. It's paired with a release button, which I gather has to be pressed at the same time as the handle is pulled forward. I grip the handle tightly, press the button, and pull with all my strength. A hiss echoes throughout the morgue as frigid pressurized air billows out of the chamber. The door is now wide open, revealing the darkness within the locker. I peer inside. I can make out the shape of a body bag lying atop the sliding tray inside the locker.
I thought the body would slide out automatically.
No? It just pulled the tray out, like you'd pull out an oven tray.
That's crazy. I take a deep breath and grab the edge of the tray, then slide it out. Thankfully, the thick rollers along the bottom rail do most of the work, and once it has momentum, the tray slides all the way out of the chamber. My prize is revealed at last, a musty white body bag packed full with a decomposing corpse.
Now what?
Just unzip the HRP.
What?
Kojiro rolls his eyes.
The body bag. Unzip it, but cover your nose.
I do as I'm told. My left hand pinches my nostrils and my right hand grips the tag attached to the bag zipper. I tug the tag down and drag it along the length of the bag, and the zip makes a familiar zzz sound, and I smell the decomposing corpse and vomit on the ground and fall to my knees trying to catch my vomit and hold my nose closed at the same time. Again? Okay, great. Tears well in my eyes, and I can't help but cry as the stench strikes me across the face again and again, and the river of bile and sick pouring down my clothes feels like a searing hot cattle prod against my skin. The sight of the corpse in the bag flickers into my vision, sears itself onto my retinas, and I can't get it out of my head even when I close my eyes, and I can't get it out of my head, and I cannot see it anymore, and I can't help but think of my own reflection and how much I resemble Noriko and Corpse Girl, and the corpse in the bag all mixed together in some completely fucked up hybrid of decaying flesh and bone. I can't do this. I just got off sickness. I think Kojiro Tomoe Aoi grabs my shoulders to drag me away from the body, but Aoi's in here anyway, and the hands feel so strong and warm and not brittle and lifeless like mine, and not slender and perfect like Aoi's, but I get dragged away regardless, and my eyes are watering, and the fluorescent lights on the ceiling are magnified by my tears, and I want to tear my eyes out and get the sight of the corpse out of my mind. I've seen so many corpses over the last year. I've seen countless photos of bodies dismembered, asphyxiated, and electrocuted, and shot and maimed and drowned, and yet the decaying corpse in the body bag, or the HRP as Kojiro called it, is worse than any of them. It's worse than anything I could have ever imagined. imagine is worse than me and worse than Corpse Girl, and for a fleeting moment I begin to question what I spent the last year doing. What am I doing involving myself with the dead and buried? You are correct, girl. What are you doing? The frantic screams of a girl resound in my ears and my eyes and my nostrils, and I think she's calling my name, but it doesn't sound like my name. It sounds like Noriko or something along those lines. Maybe Yuriko. Maybe she's calling out for my sister, but my sister isn't here and Noriko isn't here, and I'm the only one here lying on my side on the cold tile floor and covered in warm vomit and hot tears, and I could feel the body lying next to me smiling and offering me a cup of coffee from that lovely French cafe I went to one time. This girl's going crazy. I can't talk this fast. I picture that lifeless corpse in my mind smiling and catching me like bitch, calling me names like bitch queen or golf bitch or bitch, basically any senseless name she can pair with the word bitch that I hate, the word that I hate so much that Yuriko used to always call me, that mother used to always call me, that word that carries so much hate and contempt and yet rolls off the tongue so easily. The lifeless corpse keeps calling me names, keeps taunting me, keeps growing out of her long blonde hair, and she taunts me with her fake smile and fake eyelashes. She corners me in the classroom and pulls my hair, rips out a fistful of it, and laughs to call me a bitchy bitch, and screams and cackles, and I realize that she's always bullied me like this, and I hate her for it because I never did anything to her. I never did anything to Emi Katsuno, but she, oh wow, but she always bullied me, but she never bullied Aoi because no one was allowed to bully Aoi because the teachers all said so. They all said she's been through too much already, but it's okay to bully Noriko or me or Noriko. That's fine, they all said. So Emi liked to bully me and call me the bitchin' bitch, and she liked to pull my hair out, and that's fine because hair grows back eventually, and admit that she didn't bully Aoi, so in a way I was protecting Aoi, and that's all that ever really mattered. And then the corpse in my mind isn't Emi, but it might as well be. It might as well be her. Maybe I can make it her. Maybe the corpse can become Emi Katsuno, and if I send her the photograph of the corpse, then she might kill herself. She might kill her.
Fuck.
Oh shit. Okay, now you know what? At that point, fuck it. Emi Katsuno deserves to die. If she was getting bullied like that to the point where she had a nervous breakdown, fuck it. Let's send that bitch to the grave. We already know how she dies. She's about to unalive herself jumping from the top fucking step. My neck cracks loudly as I sit up straight. I blink a few times to clear the tears out of my eyes, and the worried faces of Kojiro and Tomoe appear in my vision.
Yo, you okay?
What the fuck, Noriko?
I spit the remnants of vomit out of my mouth.
I'm fine.
You don't fucking look fine. You chucked up all over the place.
She'll be right. Seen this kind of thing before.
What do you mean?
Pretty normal to react like that to a decomposing cadaver. Surprised you're okay, Tomo?
It's Tomoe. Shit. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't like him, but I've seen corpses before.
Well, I thought Noriko had too.
Just pictures, I guess.
I'm not forgetting the carnage I witnessed at the train station thanks to Kotomi Ida. Somehow seeing a stiff cadaver in a body bag was so much more overwhelming.
Right. Are you really Corpse Girl?
Apparently.
Come on, let's get you up.
Tomoe grabs me in a sort of bear hug and lifts me to my feet.
Sorry about the vomit.
It's fine. It's fucked up, but it's fine.
Call it a day?
I put my weight on my unsteady feet and step away from Tomoe.
No. There's something I need to do.
That's resolve. That is resolve. I stare straight at the corpse in the body bag. Her face is still exposed, lifeless, expressionless. Her hair is long, blonde. I imagine her with a bit of makeup, some blush, some lipstick, some fake eyelashes.
Whoever this was, she's exactly what I need for my next victim.
We
That
back.
worked out well.
We back.
Can we get her into the van?
Okay, I'll grab a trolley. Tomoe, give me a hand?
Ugh, if I have to.
I nod and whisper a small thanks to both of them. Still a little groggy and unstable, I make my way to the morgue's door. I'll wait in the van for now. Y'all not gonna clean up the vomit? I need to take a moment to restore my energy. The real work will begin when we get to the factory. Y'all not gonna clean up the vomit? Please tell me y'all clean that up. Don't leave that on the ground, bro. That's just nasty. We arrived at the factory after a brief pit stop at my apartment to collect my makeup kit. Kojiro managed to fix the lock on the front entrance, meaning we didn't have to try and shimmy a cadaver through the side window. He even found the proper key for the place on one of the rusted workbenches. Tomoe helped to drag a workbench to the center of the factory floor, and we hoisted the cadaver on top of it. Tomoe must be strong as fuck. Kojiro unwrapped it from the HRP, which he explained simply meant human remains pouch. Damn. Staring down at the body before me, I now begin to wonder why I freaked out so much at the morgue. It's just a body, a lifeless thing that was once somebody, but now has no meaning in its existence.
It's kind of gross, but it's not really that bad.
Ugh. I'm glad you've come around, but I still don't want nothing to do with it.
Right, so we're here. We got your body. What now?
I fetch my makeup kit from the floor beside the workbench and place it next to the corpse.
We're going to make this body look as close as possible to this girl.
I flash my phone at Kojiro and Tomoe, showing off the photo of Emi Katsuno that was submitted to Corpse Girl's website.
Right. But why?
Because then we can photograph it and convince the victim, Emmy, that it's her own dead body.
Why?
I furrow my brow. Kojiro coughs in an attempt to hide his laughter.
That's how Corpse Girl does things.
I don't know. Sounds like a shit plan. We went to all that effort to steal a dead body and you just want to take photos of it?
Look, so far I've done everything with photo manipulation. And sometimes it's successful, like with Akane Tsurumaki.
We ain't got no music for this?
That bitch?
It convinced her to kill herself. But I'll admit,
So you think repeating the same thing that don't work over and over again will eventually work?
We just gotta start throwing them bodies at these people.
She's got a point, Noriko. Corpse Girl doesn't have the best track record.
That's fucked.
Maybe something has to change.
but what? This is the way I've always done things, and
You send her a photo, I hang my head in defeat. I don't know what to do. I spent all morning crafting fake photos of my 3 victims, but for what purpose? They're not going to convince anyone to kill themselves. And now I'm standing here in the factory looking at a corpse that I want to decorate as Emi Katsuno just so I could take photographs of it. And there's no point in doing so. I already crafted the photo of Emi's death, so why am I here? What the hell am I doing?
you are right. I can't keep going on like this. I've already crafted a photo of this victim's death. So I really don't know why I let it get so far. I guess I didn't truly think we'd pull this off. I kind of just went along with Kojiro's suggestion to go to the morgue.
There's no way you're saying this now.
Hey, don't pin it on me. This is your scheme.
The weirdo is right. This is on you, Nariko.
They're right. They're both spot on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just wasting my time, their time. I'm wasting Corpse Girl's
Here,
time.
give me your phone.
Without waiting for approval, Tomoe snatches my phone out of my hands. She swiped past the photo of Emi, then swipes back to
Yo,
it.
you said you already made the corpse photo. Where is it?
I don't keep it on my phone. That would be stupid. The only copy is still on my laptop at home.
But you've got a photo of this bitch on your phone.
Well, yeah. I just pulled it from her noise profile earlier. It's exactly the same image that was uploaded to Corpse Girl's website, though.
Right.
Hold it. How did you know the Vic's name? Corpse Girl doesn't ask for a name.
Oh, this girl... I actually went to school with her. It's a coincidence, I assure you.
Uh-huh.
Look, that doesn't matter, does it?
Well, tell me what the corpse photo looks like.
Well, it wasn't my most creative work. I had 3 requests to fulfill in a short amount of time, so I kinda made them all similar. I made it look like this girl, Emmy, fell from a tall building and splattered on the pavement.
Fucking lame.
Yeah. Why did you want to know, anyway?
Well, I've got an idea for you. I know, I'm just the driver and all, but you've dragged me in this far, so at least let me make a suggestion, Kay?
It's about to be crazy.
Okay, go ahead.
We've got this here body. You've got a corpse photo of the bitch all locked and loaded. Let's kick it up a notch. Take your time to apply makeup. Make the body really look like the victim. Send her the corpse photo first, and then we'll deliver this body to the bitch.
Deliver the body?
We rock a better joint, leave the dead body on her doorstep, and then we fucking get out of there. Can you imagine how fucking scary it would be to come face to face with your own corpse?
That is some next level psychology right there.
Think about it from her perspective. She gets a photo of her own dead body, right? Then, like, hours later, just as she's trying to get it out of her mind, her own corpse shows up at her house. She'll fucking snap, I guarantee it. Hell, I probably would too, and I know what's going on.
Yeah, she did snap. She for sure snapped. She snapped them fucking bones on the pavement when she jumped. I can't believe it. Tomoe's completely lost the plot. Her plan is incredibly devious. It's almost evil, and I'm in love with the idea. I'm in love with the idea of delivering a person's corpse to them before they kill themselves.
Tomoe!
Despite my own nature, I found myself throwing myself at Tomoe and wrapping my arms around her.
Joe, what the?
I bury my head between her neck and shoulder, the warmth of her body radiating through my own cold and clammy form. I start to sob uncontrollably. Maybe I still have tears left over from my incident at the morgue. Or maybe I'm just truly happy at this moment.
Tomoe! Thank you.
There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Your idea is brilliant. It's perfect. Oh, I can't think of a better way to bring Corpse Girl's plans to fruition.
This fucking voice acting is insane.
I mean, I just said the first thing that came to mind, so.
Tomoe's a fucking genius, bro.
But hey, I'm real glad you like the idea. I'm happy to help.
Tomoe might be the best girl I've ever witnessed in anything. I think I'm ready to say that. She just might be the best. I wipe my eyes, but I don't let go.
I wonder if you'd make a better Corpse Girl than me.
Nah, don't be stupid. I just had one good idea is all.
She might be the best, bro.
Come on. It ain't like you to get all sappy. Pick yourself up, yeah?
Right. In a moment.
She about to fall in love with this girl. I nuzzle my cheek further into Tomoe's neck and feel her skin prickle underneath my breath. She tenses up a little bit, but she doesn't push me away.
You're so warm.
Jeez. Come on now, we've got work to do.
This is about to be crazy.
Okay.
That's a crazy relationship to have. I reluctantly step back from Tomoe and wipe my eyes. Tomoe's a little red in the face. She ruffles the collar of her shirt and fans her face.
Never had a girl cling to me like that before. Better not tell Shinya in case he gets real jealous.
Kojiro is silent. He seems to be simply observing the moment. That's my guy right there. Bro just sat back and was just like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I take a second to compose myself. Tomoe is right. We do have work to do. I look to the corpse atop the table, patiently waiting for us to conclude our discussion. I almost wish I was as patient as the dead.
We starting?
Yes. Let's do this.
Mad. Few things to keep in mind. Putting makeup on a cadaver isn't as simple as you think. This one's already decomposing. Not all the makeup will take. Put a little extra on. Don't be stingy. It doesn't help that the body is ice cold. Now, if we had a space heater, we could warm it up. That would help the makeup stick. But it'll speed up decomposition.
We can't have it decomposing any faster. It's already out of cold storage, so I imagine we don't have long as it is.
Right. We're going to want to deliver it to your Vic soon, like less than 24 hours soon.
That's fine.
Yo, what about timing the delivery? Corpse Girl's photos have a, what's it called, a timestamp?
Yeah, I timestamped the photos with the supposed time of death. I usually set it to a little after the time the victim receives the photo. Sometimes a few hours, sometimes a whole day.
Uh-huh. I get it. Well, like, for best effect, we're gonna want to deliver the corpse before the time marked on the photo, right? That way, the Vic gets the photo and the corpse before the set time. Creates a kind of ticking time bomb. Should convince him to off himself before time's up.
That makes sense. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, so, what time did you write on this Emmy chick's corpse photo?
I scratch my head and try to think about it. It's hard to recall since I created 3 different photos at the same time. I'm pretty confident I lined them all up one after another. An hour gap in between each one.
7:28 a.m. tomorrow.
We gotta deliver the corpse before then, huh?
Too early. Usually asleep.
Well, you're gonna have to get your ass up early for Noriko.
She's the best, bro.
For Corpse Girl.
Kojiro groans, but he doesn't object further.
So, I'll send the photo out when I get home tonight. Emmy will receive it before she goes to bed for the night. It should shake her a little.
Then, in the morning, she'll wake up to her doorbell ringing and a corpse left on her doorstep.
This is exactly how it went down.
That should be enough to do the trick.
Wait, no, it's
you're
not.
Forgetting something. Where are we delivering the corpse?
Are you dense? We're delivering it to this Emmy bitch's home.
Sure, of course. But where does she live? Got her address?
Oh,
Ah, shit.
Cooked. A hole in the plan. A massive flaw that we completely overlooked. Our stunned silence is the only answer Kojiro
This
needs.
whole thing is a bust. Kinda disappointed in you, Noriko. Thought Corpse Girl was some mastermind. Some genius worth worshipping.
Why would you do that? I don't have a response to that comment. Bob begins to rise in my throat as a pit opens up inside my
Turns
stomach.
out everything so far has been sheer luck. Well, I'm out. Use the factory if you want, but I'm not sticking around.
Kojiro waves half-heartedly and walks away. I can't say anything to stop him. My thoughts are frozen, locked in place, chained down by humiliation and anxiety.
Hold up just one fucking second.
Well, of course Tamori never fails to grab somebody's attention. Kojiro turns
We're
back.
just getting started here. Of course there's gonna be hiccups. We'll iron out all the details as we go. Don't just abandon Noriko like that. Corpse Girl has done more for me than you'll ever know.
Oh, wow.
That's so?
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna stand by her side.
This is a real one right here. This is a real one.
If you're a coward, feel free to bow out now. But if Noriko means anything to you, anything at all, then just swallow your fucking doubts and help her out.
This is the greatest character of all time. This is the greatest character of all time. This right here is the greatest character of all time, bro. I never thought she'd be one to make a rousing speech, short and simple though it was.
Right. Suppose we did make a deal after all. Though, nothing really stopping me from taking cadavers from the morgue whenever I want now. Still, I guess I'll help you out. But if this keeps going astray, I really will walk away.
We don't give a shit, Kojiro. Let's get poppin'.
But follow through on this one victim at least.
I managed to gather up enough strength to make a simple plea.
Please, I can't do this without you.
Really, we can't lift bodies and shit. We need the heavy lifting.
Okay, find Emi's address. If Tomoe drives, I'll handle moving the corpse in the morning.
I nod firmly.
Okay, I'll work it out.
This shit's easy.
Thank you, Kojiro.
Kojiro waves once again and takes his leave. The heavy steel door at the front of the factory slams shut behind him.
Phew. Okay, got any ideas?
Maybe one. Can you call Shinya? Ask him if he remembers Emi Katsuno from school, and see if he knows where she lives.
Shinya? Oh yeah. He said once that you went to school together. Guess he might know Emi too, huh?
My thoughts exactly. I'm going to make a call as well.
I quickly make a call to Aoi. As the phone is ringing, I look up at the skylight above. The sun has nearly dissipated from the sky, and we're running out of light. If there was electricity connected here, we wouldn't have a problem, but if it gets any more dark than this, we're going to struggle to apply makeup to the cadaver.
Noriko? Hey, me again. Feels like we just spoke this morning, hey? It was this morning. Yeah. Listen, just a quick question. Do you remember Emi Katsuno from school? Katsuno? Okay. That's really freaky, Noriko. Huh? What is? I bumped into Katsuno just today at the mall.
Oh yeah, we finna kill her. It's over with. GG, she's cooked.
You're kidding. I'm serious. She was pretty distressed, actually. She just got fired from her job. I see. Actually, it's kind of funny. I spoke with you about Corpse Girl's website this morning.
She's cooked.
And
She's
I
cooked.
spoke to Katsuno about
She's
it,
cooked.
too.
She's absolutely cooked.
Seems like there's someone she wanted dead. Maybe. I'm not sure. Perhaps her boss that fired her?
Who the fuck? Wait.
Why are you asking about her anyway? It's an odd question, but do you happen to know where she lives? Yes. Wait, seriously? Mm-hmm. Want me to send you her address? Are you going to visit her?
Aoi's the GOAT.
Oh, Howie. If you could send her address, then I'll really owe you one.
That sounded really sensual, Erica. I'm gonna need you to chill out.
Sure. I'll text it through. I didn't think you'd actually know it, but I wanted to ask anyway. No problem. I followed her home today from the mall.
I'm sorry, what now?
I guess it worked out well for you.
You did what now? Hang on. Aoi followed Emi home from the mall like she stalked her?
What did you say? Oh, I followed Emi home today.
What the fuck is going?
I got on the train carriage behind hers. Well, don't worry. She didn't see me.
That's not the point.
What are you talking about? Well, I wanted to find out if she was going to use Corpse Girl's website, since I recommended it to her and all. I don't know what to say. Hey, I'm still at work, okay? I shouldn't really be talking on the phone. We'll chat later. Bye-bye. Owie, wait, don't hang up.
The phone call ends abruptly. I'm baffled by the fact that Aoi followed Emi home. I can't quite figure out what must have been going through her head at the time. But right now, I don't have the time to worry about it. I need to finish up here at the factory. That's a red flag. That is a red fucking flag. We don't have to deal with that. I noticed that I have an unread message on my phone. I opened it to find Aoi has sent me Emi's full address.
Well, at least I got the address.
You got it? Nice. Shinya barely remembered the chick apparently, so it wasn't really helpful, sorry.
No trouble. We got what we needed. It's getting dark. Help me put some makeup on the corpse.
Okay, show me that photo of Emmy again. We better do this properly.
Right. Here.
I bring up the photo and we examine it closely before setting to work. By the time I get home, I'm completely drained. I barely have the energy to open the front door. Today was an ordeal. It dragged on forever and ever, and yet it still feels like I didn't have enough time to get everything done. After changing out of my vomit-stained clothes, I make myself a cup of tea. I'm hoping a few sips will help me relax and unwind. I sit down on the couch, cup in hand. When it's cool enough to drink, I take a sip and feel a little bit of today's pressures lift from my shoulders. My laptop is sitting next to me. I know I shouldn't bite off more than I could chew today. If I check for new requests, I'll probably regret it. I unfold the laptop and navigate the Corpse Girls website. One new request. Shit. These are really beginning to pile up. I can't restrain myself from opening the request. And it should be the old one, the older one. The request came in a while I was busy with Kojiro and Tomoe, probably around the time we were at the morgue. The image of the victim downloads. Okay, we gonna get her killed too. Let's Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking, bro, I completely forgot. I stare intently at the picture of my older sister, Yuriko Kurosawa. 28 years old, senior high school dropout, currently on parole after a short second stint in prison. Yuriko, what are the odds of you appearing here on my screen in my life at this moment? I haven't spoken to you for so long. I haven't seen you. I haven't even received contact from you only to ignore it. Why are you here now? Why does somebody want you dead? I suppose it's not that hard to think why someone requests your death. I'm sure you have a lot of enemies thanks to the crew you run with. But for someone to actually use Corpse Girl's website to request your death is coincidental. Too coincidental. Just like everything that's been happening lately. Yuriko, I hate you so much. You abandoned me when I needed you. You abandoned Mother, even though she abandoned us first. I hate you. Corpse Girl never refuses a request. It's one of her convictions. I'll never refuse a request. I close the laptop's lids and rub my eyes. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired. I completely forgot that was her older sister. We need to cook.
She's dead, splattered in the flower bed. Probably matches the photo you sent. Wish I'd seen that.
Thanks, Kojiro. And thank Tomoe for me.
No prob.
Where are you anyway?
Parking lot across the road. Perfect view of her apartment. People are coming outside. Must have heard the splat. Mad. We'd better gun it. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Wait, so the question is, how did they get the corpse out once that happened? I hang up the phone and a smile fights its way across my tired face. Emi Katsuno is dead. She killed herself thanks to the trauma of discovering her own corpse at her doorstep. Even though I forgot to send the corpse photo last night, I nearly fucked up our entire plan due to how exhausted I was. By some stroke of luck, I managed to wake up early this morning. Thankfully, my first thought upon waking was to send the photo. Emi would have received the picture only an hour before the time marked on it. It was a close call. A very close call. But I can't help but wonder if it worked in our favor. Kojiro and Tomoe rushed over to her apartment to deliver the corpse, forcing Emi into a confrontation with the photo, an imminent time of death, and the delivery of her own corpse all in the space of an hour worked to our advantage. It worked so well I'm starting to consider making this our regular mode of operation. I glance at the burner phone atop the coffee table. Since Emi is already dead, there's no point in me waiting 24 hours to discard it. I'll get rid of it right away. After that, I'll have to figure out what to do about the other remaining requests. I still have 2 photos of victims I crafted on the same day I made Emi's photo. With all the urgency of plotting Emi's demise, I didn't have the chance to send them. I'll have to edit them a little bit because the timestamps on them are now out of date. But that's okay, it's a quick fix. And then there's the request for Yuriko Kurosawa. I'll need to deal with that too, eventually. We gotta clap our older sister. I'm with that. Let's get it fucking popping. A quiet morning at the library is just what I need to escape from the chaotic whirlwind I've been trapped in for the last few days or weeks. The place is silent as usual. There aren't many people around. I managed to find a seat in my favorite reading nook, and I leave my belongings in a chair to save my spot while I browse for a book to read. I can't bring myself to continue reading Strange Flower right now. Reading a book about corpses while trying to take a moment away from my own life is just not going to work for me. I scan the bookshelves and look for something light to read. Am I in the mood for a comedy? Probably not. A fantasy adventure? Maybe, though it's never really been my thing. Biographies are out of the question, so are history books. I can pretty much dismiss any non-fiction straight away. I'm just not in the mood. So what should I read? I thumbed through a couple of trashy romance light novels. The covers look appealing, with attractive characters smiling and holding each other and falling in love. But the content within each one is other shit. A housewife looks for love after her husband vanishes. A vampire lord seeks his vampire queen. A college student falls in love with his professor, only to find she's his long-lost sister. What? A college student falls in love with his professor, only to find she's his long-lost sister. I feel like this is real. I need to read this. If this is real, I need that. This also kind of sounds like Domestic Girlfriend a little bit. It's all drivel. I could write better stories than these, but maybe everyone thinks that way. Defeated, I pull all the books back on the shelf and return to the chair I saved. I take a seat and simply browse through my noise feed on my phone. A few photos from acquaintances, comments on the weather, a short essay on human rights, even a poem written in poor broken English. Trash, all of it. I used to love this inside look at other people's lives. I lived for it. I thrived on it. I used to be aroused at the smallest glimpse inside someone else's life. I couldn't go more than a few hours without browsing noise. But now, something is different. Something inside me has changed. I want to say that I've recently become cynical, jaded, but that wouldn't be accurate. I've been this way as long as I can remember. The appeal of voyeurism just isn't there anymore. My growing ability to manipulate the lives and deaths of other people has ruined any pleasure I once gleaned from simply spying on them. I need more people to die. Maybe then I'll find satisfaction, ecstasy, release. Now we're just chasing it for the fucking high. This is ridiculous. This is literally just like Junko, just chasing the shit just to chase it, to satisfy yourself. I lean back in the chair and fold my arms across my chest. My foot taps against the carpeted floor impatiently. I won't find comfort in this library. I won't find relaxation. I'll only find whatever elusive feeling I'm looking for once Corpse Girl's work is complete. I can't rest yet, not now that things are beginning to escalate. I could be orchestrating the deaths of 3 people right now. The 2 women that had their deaths requested at the same time as Emmy, and my very own sister Yuriko. People are counting on me. People are counting on Corpse Girl to deliver her judgment. I hoist the strap of my handbag over my shoulder and stand up. It's time for Corpse Girl to usher in a new era of human suffering. Yeah, this girl's lost the fucking plot, but I like it because that means it's a plot gain for me. I don't know.
A bizarre string of similar deaths in Tokyo over the weekend have left police and detectives completely baffled. We have Chief Detective Fujikawa at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in the studio today to discuss the events. According to eyewitness reports, a young woman plummeted to her death from an apartment building on Saturday morning. 2 other women suffered a similar fate in different locations late on Sunday night.
Well, the other 2 are cooked. Fuck.
Police have not yet released information on the identities of the young women. Would you care to share your thoughts, Detective Fujikawa?
We cannot rule out the possibility of homicide in these cases.
Bro, she jumped.
Police recovered additional bodies at the site of each death. In each instance, a look-alike corpse matching the appearance of the victim was found.
Why are you leaving these bodies there?
This cannot be mere coincidence. I believe that a single perpetrator is behind the deaths of all 3 women. Leaving a look-alike corpse at the scene of each crime seems to be some sort of psychotic calling card. It's clear that the death of each victim was premeditated. In cases like these, the perpetrator is often looking to be caught, even if only subconsciously. It won't take long to track them down. Once forensic analysis reveals the identities of the look-alike corpses, we will be able to uncover how and where they were obtained. We will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Police are urging citizens to be cautious in the coming weeks. If you see anyone behaving suspiciously, please call the following number.
Damn, this shit's really starting to blow up.
Yeah, it's about time.
3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl is on fire.
She couldn't have done it without you. And Kojiro. So, thanks. I know those corpse deliveries yesterday were rather last minute.
No problem. Had nothing better to do anyway.
I've still got one victim ready to conquer, but I'm not sure when to go through with it.
What's the issue?
It's someone I know.
So? Didn't bother you when we stuck it to that Emmy chick.
This is a little different. It's my sister.
Yo, hold up! You've got a sister?
Mm-hmm. Yuriko. She's older than me.
Shit. And like, someone requested her death through Corpse Girl's website?
Seems like it.
Jeez. What are the chances?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Well, think it over a bit longer. You might want to lay low for a while anyway. Sounds like Shinya's dad is all over this case.
Sorry? Shinya's dad?
That detective guy, Fujikawa.
What? He's Shinya's dad?
Yep, friggin' scary guy. Had an awkward dinner with him and Shinya a while back.
Wow. You know, I met him once before.
You did?
He certainly was intimidating. But don't worry, we only met by chance. Had nothing to do with Corpse Girl.
Alright. As long as he doesn't know your identity, you should be fine. Still, what's your next move?
I'll think over what to do about my sister for a little longer.
That's
As soon
crazy.
as more requests come through
That's
the website,
wild.
I'm going to fulfill them.
That's
I have
fucking
the
wild.
luxury of time. I can't just lay low like you said.
Sheesh, when did you grow a pair?
I'm serious. I'm tired of lagging behind. Corpse Girl is on a winning streak now. It's up to me to keep it going.
Okay. Well, just let me know when you need me.
Thanks. I will.
Well, back to work or whatever.
I turn back to my computer after Tomoe leaves. 3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl truly is at the top of her game. It was a bit of hard work, but in the end I managed to pull it through, thanks to a bit of luck, of course. Yesterday, after returning home from the library, I had a sudden burst of inspiration. I ran a reverse image search on the photos of the 2 women that were submitted to Corpse Girl's website. It's pretty easy to locate their Noise profiles thanks to that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that we all shared 2 mutual friends on Noise, Emi Katsuno and Yuriko Kurosawa. A bit of digging through her photos revealed their names to be Fuyumi Amano and Manami Sakiko. They both worked at the same store as Emi and my sister. It struck me then that all these requests must be somehow related, but that didn't matter so much. Tracking down Amano's and Sakiko's address wasn't as difficult as I feared. I contacted Tomoe and she told me she was familiar with the store they worked at. She volunteered to head over there and see if she could access the employee records. Apparently, the whole job was so easy that she managed to walk in and out in 3 minutes flat. She said that none of the staff even batted an eyelid. She walked in and she simply strode into the back room, rummaged through the filing cabinet, and snapped a photo of the employee contact sheet. With that information at our disposal, nothing stood in our way of delivering look-alike corpses to their homes. A few hours shared between the morgue and the factory, and it was done. Both Amano and Sakiko killed themselves within an hour of each other. So far, the kill rate of delivering a photo and then a corpse is 100%. I can only imagine the thoughts that must go through someone's mind when they are faced with their own corpse. The looming dread, hopelessness, and fear of inevitability have proven to be so overwhelming that suicide becomes the only viable option. Because of this development, I finally ruled out the possibility of Corpse Girl's victims being murdered by some mysterious stranger. Only ever invented the theory due to the strange circumstances in which Rui Hatsuno died. After all, she was hung from a scarecrow in an uncannily similar fashion to the corpse photo I invented for her. None of the other victims' deaths since then have made me truly suspect that another party could be involved. All of them have clearly been suicides, or in the case of Eishi Hanada, coincidental accidents. Kotomi Aida's death was an outlier. She was likely killed out of self-defense. I'm about 90% certain that Corpse Girl's power lies in the abilities to convince victims to end their own lives. There's no third party murdering acting on her behalf. And I've begun to suspect that the power I hold is no esoteric, arcane force. It's not some supernatural art. It's not witchcraft or sorcery, or some holy power bestowed upon me from on high. The power Corpse Girl holds is simple determination, grit, resolve. My will to end lives is what drives me to craft convincing corpse photos and deliver look-alike cadavers. That in itself is enough to act as the knife twisting in a victim's side. It's enough to compel those of weak heart and weak of mind to end their lives. If that's all my power ends up being, I am happy. I am happy that I can be the instrument that delivers Corpse Girl's justice, regardless of whether it's through mundane or mysterious methods. As long victims continue to drop like flies in the wake of Corpse Girl's ascension, I will remain content. And this is only just the beginning. Okay, but who requested the 3 girls to die in the first place? There are no new requests when I log into Corpse Girl's website this evening. I'm strangely okay with that. There's something I want to do before making more requests come through anyway. I'm going to make some updates to the website, a few improvements that will considerably ease the workload placed upon Corpse Girl, Kojiro, and Tomoe. In the website admin settings, I add a couple extra data fields to the front page. Instead of just asking for a photo and a phone number, this website now requires the victim's address to be provided. This will ensure we can successfully deliver a corpse for every request. In addition, the site now asks for the victim's name. I always have been hesitant about requesting this specific detail. I never wanted to know the names of the people Corpse Girl will kill. It creates familiarity. And I always used to worry that it would prevent me from going through with a request. But more than all of that, I feared that I would delve too deep into somebody's life. I feared that I would become too attached, too entranced by standing on the outside and looking in. Knowing someone's name would have allowed me to easily find victims online and go down the rabbit hole of spying on their private lives. My voyeuristic fetishes would have defeated me. I know myself, and I know that I would become far too interested in a person to carry out their death. It's the same reason why I never reverse image searched a victim's photo before yesterday. Now that things are escalating, now that Corpse Girl needs a victim's address to ensure a kill, I have to get past all of that. I have to be strong for Corpse Girl. I'm somewhat relieved that the timing is suitable. After all, I haven't been as aroused as usual when stalking people online. I don't know if my libido is just low or if I truly have become uninterested in such things. Either way, I believe I'm able to cope with the burden of extra knowledge. Learning victims' names, addresses, all of that is going to work in Corpse Girl's favor. And I'm surely strong enough now to not give in to temptation and succumb to the psychophilia that has plagued my existence for years. After adding the victim's name and address fields to the website, I decided to add one final touch. There's a particular line of text that describes how the site works. I've always liked it. It says your victim will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die. It's concise and perfectly sums up the intention of the website. However, it needs to be updated to correctly apply to Corpse Girl's new modus operandi. I changed the line ever so slightly, just enough to make a difference. It now reads your victim will receive their own corpse shortly before they die. Some people might think it doesn't make sense. They'll think that maybe it's a typo or written by someone not familiar with the language, but it's completely intentional. Now that I've made all the changes to the website, I click the save button in the admin panel. The changes are reflected immediately on the front page of the site. Corpse Girl's new and improved request form is online. With that done, I need to simply sit back and wait for some new requests to pour in, and it shouldn't take long once I put my next plan into motion. Because I finally figured how my sister can be of use to me after all these years. She's going to help me become famous. Yuriko Kurosawa's death will ensure that everybody in Japan knows the name Corpse Girl. We gonna use our own sister's clapping to get this shit popping? I'm with it. Let's go. Let's get it popping. Let's get it done. Yuriko gotta die. For the first time in a while, my finger scraped against the bottom of the cabinet drawer.
Oh shit.
I fumbled around and grabbed the last remaining burner in the drawer. It's a fairly modern handset from around 3 years ago. These newer models never retain their battery charge for more than a month or so when they've been inactive. Thankfully, it uses a generic charger, so I can quickly plug it into the kitchen outlet and wait for it to return to life. I glance back down at the open drawer. It's completely empty now. I'm going to need to restock my supply of burners if I hope to continue with Corpse Girl's work. I nervously bite my fingernails at the thought. Getting these phones isn't easy. It's free, yes, but not easy. And if I get busted trying to lift a stack of them, that might very well be the end of me. I'll have to obtain as many new phones as possible at some point today. Once Corpse Girl kills my sister, my website is going to explode with new requests. I need to be as prepared as possible. I decide to finish getting ready for work while the burner charges. As much as I'd like to simply skip out and deal with my sister, I do need to pop into the office. Missing too many days is going to lead to getting fired, and that might compromise my mission. I take my medication, I apply my makeup, I pack my handbag. It's all so mundane, but it's also necessary. Each day is the same routine. There's comfort to be found in that, especially for someone like me, but sometimes I remember the excitement of finding myself in new situations. Even if those situations end up with me lying in the muck of a bathroom floor against the stone cold tiles of a morgue. When I'm ready to leave the apartment, I snatch the burner phone up and check the battery. It's around 40%. That should be plenty. I stash it in my handbag so it's ready for action when the time comes. I'm out the door at the same time as every other day. I found myself alone in the office well after the working day has ended. The entire floor is empty and silent. I shut down my computer and stretch my tense arms. I don't normally like staying back late, but sometimes it's necessary to get work done. And when I say work, I am of course referring to Corpse Girl's tasks. When I am absolutely certain that everybody has gone home, I get out of my chair and wander listlessly around the office. It's kind of nice having the place to myself. It's like my apartment, only bigger and colder, and without that terrible odor of mold that permeates the walls. I noticed that quite a few people tend to leave their belongings at their desks. Nothing too valuable, the occasional coat, hat, or pair of headphones. Should somebody a low morale character wish to steal them, there would be nothing stopping them. I'm personally not interested in any of that. I walk to the other side of the office floor and reach the seniors' cubicles. Even the seniors leave important things lying around. There's a gift bag with a Cape Shock logo on the front, a company credit card, a few personal bank statements. But the contents of their desk drawers are where the real gold is found. As I rifle through one drawer in particular, I find exactly what I'm looking for. It's an old Noise branded phone, a few models earlier than my own. It slips into my handbag, right alongside the burner phone I brought from home. I close the desk drawer gently and trapeze into the next cubicle. Top drawer here contains a flip phone, a familiar classic. It'll serve me well. Into the handbag it goes. One of the main problems I have with this company, with any company in fact, is the wasteful attitude of management. Executives, seniors, and even some junior staff are provided with company phones. Basically, if you're expected to make calls on the job, the company will issue a phone so that you don't have to use your own. However, with the rapid evolution of modern technology, phones often find themselves replaced or upgraded well before they cease functioning. And management doesn't care about recycling or repurposing unused, obsolete phones. The devices simply drift to the bottom of drawers or storage cabinets, destined to become forgotten within moments. Am I really doing the wrong thing by taking these phones off the company hands? It's not like I'm stealing personal property from employees. I'm only taking what the company is likely to write off as a business expense, and this is a multi-billion yen company. Are they really going to miss the odd, outdated device? I justified this to myself long ago. I'm ensuring these phones are used for a bigger purpose, and there's nothing bigger than fulfilling Corpse Grower's ambitions. As I swipe the fourth or fifth phone, I hear the ding of the elevator across the office floor.
Shit.
Someone's here. I need to get away from the cubicles without being seen.
Is that you?
I must have ducked down a second too late because the voice identified me correctly. I scuttle forward on my knees just a little bit so I'm not so close to the cubicles. When I get to my feet, I'm halfway between the senior employees area and the juniors' open plan desks.
Shinya?
Shinya walks over from the elevator to greet me.
Hi. You're here awfully late. What were you doing over there? That is, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I lent my USB drive to one of the seniors earlier and they didn't return it, so.
Oh, did you find it?
Nope. Oh well. I'll ask about it tomorrow.
I could help you look if you like.
Seriously, it's okay. I'm about to head home anyway. What are you doing here?
I left my wallet at my desk. Can you believe it?
Shinya's such a fucking...
Luckily, I remembered before I took Tomoe out for dinner. I would have appeared to be quite the buffoon if I'd been unable to pay for our meal.
I like Shinya though. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's so fucking happy. Look at him.
Hey. How are things anyway?
Things with Tomoe are great. We are truly in love.
Well, okay, not exactly what I meant, but how are things here? I mean, what happened with Kotomi and...
That whole kerfuffle. Can you believe Miss Ida is dead now? Is it wrong of me to say that I'm happy she's dead?
Not at all, my boy.
Is that
Not
an
at
awful
all.
thing to admit?
Not at all. I gently shake my head, but I don't interrupt his train of thought.
So bizarre. Especially considering our relationship and how determined she was to end my career.
She was only trying to intimidate you, bro. It bothers me that Shinya is still referring to the conflict between himself and Kotomi as a relationship.
It would seem that she was the only one with animosity toward me.
Because you weren't trying to let her fuck.
As such, the other executives said I'm welcome to work here as long as I like.
Great.
In fact, they were even generous enough to give me a small salary raise.
Bro got like an extra 10 cents.
Wow! That's great, Shinya. I'm really happy for you.
That wow was so fake.
Truly was a struggle there for a little while.
Before my brain can even register what I'm saying, the following words tumble out of my mouth.
Do you want to talk about it?
Noriko, I know that I haven't been as open with you as I
Wait,
should have been.
why aren't you thinking? Hello? Think hello.
Talking about it will help me put the whole thing behind me.
You're cooked. I bite my tongue as I try to think of a way to back out of the situation.
Oh. You know, if you're uncomfortable talking to me, maybe Tomoe can help?
My objection is met with a smile. Looks like I'm in too deep now.
Tomoe means well. She really does. But whenever I bring up the subject, she becomes visibly angry. Many a death threat against Miss Ida has been made aloud. I wouldn't be all too surprised if Tomoe was the one who killed her. There certainly is a motive there after all.
So You don't know who killed Kotomi?
I don't even think the police know that much. Father showed me the photos of the crime scene. Chances are that whoever did kill her was also killed in return, though as abusive as she was toward me, I never took her as the type to instigate a mass murder.
Yeah, she didn't instigate it. She got forced into it. Well, actually, no, she didn't.
An angry person, yes. But that seemed to stem from a lack of fulfillment. That's what I assumed, anyway. I think that's the reason she made her advances on me.
Shinya, I really am sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to go through such a traumatic experience.
Yeah, bro got... it sucks.
I thought I was going to lose everything. My job, my relationship.
Bro is sad.
Miss Ida threatened to steal it all away from me. Just so she could experience some form of power, some small manner of pleasure.
Bro, you can't be
When
doing this to me
people
right
do
now.
those things, Noriko,
You can't
what
be...
joy is there even to be found in
I take my time to consider my reply. I'm probably not the best person for him to be having this discussion with, but all things considered, it does seem to be helping him come to terms with things.
Shinya, what you went through with Kotomi, what she did to you, that's not what it's about. She never had the right to put you through that. I hope that one day, when you're comfortable and feeling healthy, I hope that you can make some good memories with Tomoe.
Yes. I hope so. Thank you, Noriko.
This is some top tier voice
Don't
acting.
mention it.
God tier voice acting. I don't know who directed this shit, but God tier. The only one I have a problem with is the neighbor because he's too close to the fucking microphone. Other than that, this is great. I don't know if my words were the right ones. What right do I have to talk about what he went through? I can only hope that I managed to bring him some sort of comfort.
Well, I better grab my wallet and get going. Don't want to keep Tomoe waiting. Say, would you like to join us, Noriko? Are you hungry at all?
Oh, I don't want to intrude on your romantic evening.
It's no trouble, really.
Maybe next time. I have some things I need to do tonight.
Okay, no problem. Well, see you later.
Shinya takes off towards his desk. I breathe a sigh of relief as I hoist my handbag up from the ground, feeling the reassuring weight of my newly acquired burner phones. I enter the elevator and give a polite wave to Shinya as the doors close. How many do we get? Like 3, 4, maybe even 5?
Give me a call back when you leave the restaurant.
You want me to drive tonight?
It has to be tonight. We talked about this.
But
Please. Kojiro's on standby as well.
fine. Not like I've been dying to bring Shinya back to my place or nothing.
Don't push Shinya. Let him tell you when he's ready.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'll probably be out of the restaurant in an hour. That cool?
Yes. Thanks.
Bye!
Tomoe hangs up. I look down the street, my gaze aiming directly at the restaurant Tomoe is currently seated at with Shinya. I'll need to kill an hour around here. But what is there to do? I'm not exactly keen on the idea of window shopping. I don't even want to be here, but standing in one spot as dozens of people walk by is really nerve-wracking. I could go visit Aoi at the maid cafe, but then I'd have to pay the table charge to enter, and it'd probably be pretty weird to be served by girls in maid costumes. Not really my thing. As I glance around, I notice a 24-hour manga cafe at the end of the street. That could actually be perfect. I can rent a quiet space for a few hundred yen and just read a book until it's time to go. No one there to bother me. In fact, the only person I need to speak to is the attendant at the counter. With my mind made up, I hurry along to the manga cafe.
Pretty late.
Come on, you're a night owl. What are you complaining about?
We wearing coats now?
Just making chit chat.
Well, instead of talking, how about you hold that flashlight still? I can't see what I'm doing with you waving it around.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm nearly done anyway. Fucking Yuriko. This wouldn't be so difficult if she didn't have different haircuts in every single photo on her profile. I'm just going to have to estimate the length of her hair for now.
The corpse on the table in front of me looks like an uncanny clone of my sister. I snip away a little more hair from her fringe and then put the scissors aside.
Must be close.
The opposite.
Makeup's done!
We all got coats. This is great.
Looks good.
Tomoe beams as she puts the cap back on the lipstick in her hand.
I think we're done. Can you zip up the bag? I really need to wash my hands.
You got it, boss.
I step away from the corpse and plunge my hands into the ice cold bucket of water on the factory floor. I have to admit that we've become pretty good at this whole thing. In just a week or so, we've managed to refine our art and synchronize our duties. What the fuck is up with my eyes? I'm seeing dots.
Okay, load her in the van. I'm going to send the corpse photo now.
You sure about this? You think she's gonna be awake this time of night?
I'm positive. This is the best time to do it.
You gonna kill her at night? We hear. According to her noise feed, Yuriko Kurosawa is currently attending a massive party. I'm sure the venue will be packed to the brim with her scumbag friends. She's been posting about it for days. It wasn't hard for me to find out all the information I needed, since whoever organized the party posted it as a public event. Yuriko is about to receive a photo of her own corpse, and in less than an hour's time, she's going to receive her carbon copy corpse in a body bag in front of at least 100 people. The mass panic that will break out is sure to be hilarious. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss my sister's final moments. Maybe she'll kill herself in front of her closest friends, or maybe the terror will slowly eat away at her. She'll go home first before deciding she just can't take it anymore. I'm happy with either result. She's finally gonna get what she deserves. I hate her so much. She's a low-life degenerate, a delinquent, the utter scum of the earth, and she never calls me. I doubt she remembers I even exist.
Ready to go?
I snap out of my thoughts and look at the phone I've been subconsciously holding in my feeble grip. It's the burner I picked up from... Wow, what's up with my vision? Hello? It's the burner I picked up from home earlier this morning. Yuriko's corpse photo is glowing on the screen, ready to be launched into the network. I hit send.
Okay.
Kojiro nods and hauls the zip-up body bag onto his shoulder. The weight of the cadaver inside causes him to stumble a little, but he regains his balance and shuffles towards the factory entrance. I examine the body bag as Kojiro carries it. It's the same white HRP that we picked up from the morgue, but I've made a rather nice adjustment to it. Big bold letters are scrawled along the sides in purple and black permanent marker. It says, "With love from Corpse Girl." Underneath the massive letters and smaller scripts is Corpse Girl's website address. A scribble of a cute anime girl decorates the other side of the bag. It's the very same character that dances animatedly on Corpse Girl's website. Tomori told me this was a bold move. Kojiro didn't seem to care. Yuriko Kurosawa is about to be publicly executed. Tonight is the night that Corpse Girl becomes known to the world. This is the quietest house party I've ever witnessed. I only managed to catch a glimpse of it before Kojiro seals my eyes with his ice-cold hand. I want to eject him, censoring my vision, but the smell of blood causes me to slump against his shoulder, and I resort to whimpering quietly as he places me gently on the ground. The vision of the house party from hell is still vivid behind my closed eyelids. It's not like I've been to many house parties in my life. In fact, when I really think about it, I don't think I've ever been to a single one before this moment. But I've seen them on television. I've seen them in movies. They're always loud. Music is blasting. People are dancing, drinking, making out. The scene I witnessed doesn't look like any of that. I'm pretty sure dead bodies don't line the floor at a regular house party. I'm pretty sure trails of blood are on the guest list. This party is weird. The walls are slashed, there's broken glass everywhere, specks of blood are dotted across the furniture. Someone in the next room is sobbing quietly. Someone above, perhaps inside the ceiling, is groaning. Kojiro is sitting next to me now. I can imagine a bored expression hovering over his features. He still has his hands over my eyes. He taps the fingers of his other hands against the body bag beside him. His digits drum out a rhythmic beat upon Yuriko Kurosawa's clone, still zipped up and sealed inside her temporary coffin. I think Tomori's still in the van. She said something about not wanting to get messed up. I never planned on entering this party, but Kojiro dragged the body inside, then returned shortly after and told me I should come take a look. So here I am, blinded by Kojiro's misguided attempt to protect me from the carnage I willingly unleashed. I asked him if he killed all the people here. He said no. I suppose I believe him. What the fuck happened? I managed to squint through a gap in Kojiro's fingers momentarily. The blurred shapes of 4 or 5 bodies are on the floor in front of us. There's a straight arm lying limply on a chair that's currently unaccounted for. Kojiro presses down firmly against my face and my vision darkens once more. I hear his voice and imagine his calm demeanor in my mind.
Lots.
Don't know.
I haven't managed to sort my head out just yet.
Sister's over there. Well, a corpse that looks like her, at any rate.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Kojiro releases his grip from my face. I stand. I tiptoe forward, stumbling thanks to my still blurry eyes. I can make out the shape of a sofa close to the wall, and I approach it carefully. What the fuck happened? What happened? Wait! What happened? No, what happened, bro? What happened? We didn't do this! The empty gap between the sofa and the wall is 3 foot wide space. I'm not sure why the owner of this house doesn't keep the sofa directly against the wall. The empty space here seems kind of useless. Maybe if the sofa is all the way against the wall, it becomes too far from the TV. That's a possibility. I would personally just get a bigger TV so that the sofa can be kept comfortably flush with the wall. The gap here really annoys me. It's making me irritated. I want to push the sofa back myself, but I don't know if I have the strength. It's a massive thing, bigger than I am, and maybe even bigger than Corpse Girl. Even if I was strong enough to move it, there's still the issue of my sister lying here between the sofa and the wall. She's in the way. I'd have to move her first, and the thought of touching her is absolutely disgusting. Even when she was alive, I never wanted to touch her. She's a foul excuse for a human being.
Hey, Yuriko. Long time no see.
She doesn't respond.
You don't look so hot. Guess I'm prettier now, huh?
Wow, this is crazy.
Why do you never call me? Whatever. I wouldn't answer the phone anyway.
She doesn't say anything. The sound of someone grunting behind me doesn't interrupt my concentration. I assume it's just Kojiro clearing his throat.
Have you seen Mother lately? I haven't heard from her in a while. I'm sure she's fine. Are you still on parole? I heard you were working at a clothing store. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm working for Temujin at the moment.
Yuriko nods.
It's okay. There are worse jobs, I'm sure. How did you get that cut across your throat? Does it hurt?
I reach forward and slip my fingers into Yuriko's gashed. What the fuck? When I remove them, I frown at the red blood dripping from in the gaps between my knuckles.
That's disgusting. Remember when you bandaged me up after I busted my knee? You said Mother would be mad if she found out that you hurt me. So you tried your best to fix me up before she got home. She found out, though. I think she's going to find out about this, too. There's no way you can keep this from her, Yu.
What happened? Yuriko smiles gently. I wipe the blood onto my skirt.
Oh, him? That's Kojiro. He's a friend. No, there's nothing between us.
I hear the grunt from behind once more.
No, you're actually nicer than I remember. Why couldn't you ever be this nice when we were kids? If you'd been this nice to me, then maybe I wouldn't have spent my entire teenage life wishing you would drop dead. Oh, I guess my wishes came true after all.
Yuriko laughs along with me. It doesn't sound like the laugh I remember. It's more like a gurgle, like she has something caught in her throat. A trickle of blood pours between her lips when she coughs.
Do you need a tissue?
Oh, she's still alive? I unzip my handbag and retrieve a tissue, then hand it to Yuriko. She tilts her head and sprays the rest of the blood from her mouth.
Noriko.
I didn't know she was still alive. This is crazy.
Okay. I gotta go. Say hi to Father for me, okay?
I leave Yuriko behind. Why was she still alive? After making my way out of the cursed house, I find Kojiro waiting by the van. Tomoe shut herself inside and rolled up all the windows.
We're done here.
Okay, leave this here.
He lazily indicates the body bag on the ground.
I guess so. We didn't need it after all.
Guess not.
Kojiro slaps his broad hands across his trousers, dusting them off. He cocks his neck to the side and stretches his limbs. I make an attempt to reach for the fan doors, but Kojiro stops me.
Curious about what happened?
Only a little. She's dead, though. Or dying. That's all that matters. Oh, actually, give me 1 second.
I quickly dart back inside the house. What the fuck? You're not serious. I weave across the room and duck behind the sofa once more. Yuriko is silent and unmoving. I do my best to push her body to the side with my skeletal arms. She budges an inch or two, and I find what I'm looking for, her phone buried in between her ass and the carpet. I turn on the screen and find there's no fingerprint or passcode lock. The photo of Yuriko's corpse, the very same photo I sent to her earlier, is still on the
She
screen.
did receive the photo then. Maybe that's all it took this time. She must have been pretty freaked if she killed all the people here. This is like the Kotomi Ida situation all over again.
My voyeuristic tendencies flare up and I decide to look through the rest of her photos. I swipe across the screen just once and nearly jump out of my skin. Yuriko received a photo right before she received the one I sent. It arrived 10 minutes before my photo. It's another image of a corpse. Another photo depicting her death, but it's completely different than the one I crafted. Someone else sent Yuriko Kurosada a photo of her own corpse only 10 minutes before I diff. Yuriko received a corpse photo from somebody else. What is going on? I examined the photo in detail. It's well made, just like my own work. If I didn't know any better, it would easily assume that I made this. But what stands out is the most is the writing of the bottom of the image. It simply says "Stab Shuji at the party." Stab Shuji at the party. Who the hell is Shuji? Is he here? Is he one of the dead bodies scattered around this cursed house? I quickly discard the thoughts of Shuji. A more important question has come to my attention. Is someone else crafting corpse photos and sending them to people? Does Corpse Girl have a copycat? An imitator? But why target Yuriko? Why target someone whose death was requested through Corpse Girl's website? I can't process this right now. It's already past midnight and I'm utterly exhausted. I shove Yuriko's phone into my handbag and get the hell out of the house. Okay, this story is getting wild. I guess I'll go longer. Let's get it. Let's go. Today is not a suitable day to go to the office. Today is not a suitable day to wake up and shower. Today is not a suitable day to force those tiny pills down my throat. Today is the day to lay in bed and rest my face on the pillow caked with yesterday's makeup. I don't know what the time is. I don't really care. My phone has buzzed several times, but I simply don't have the energy to reach over and look at it. I want to just stay here and be warm and comfortable and not think about anything. I don't want to think about that house party last night, but I kept thinking about it. I don't want to think about finding Yuriko's body in that irritating, useless space between the sofa and the wall. I don't want to think about my sister's final words to me, those bitter syllables that she used all of her remaining strength to force between her blood-soaked lips. I don't want to think about the fact that I probably have said the same thing to her if I was in her position. I don't want to think about the possibility that someone else was responsible for Yuriko's death. It was supposed to be Corpse Girl. Me. I was supposed to be responsible for my sister's death. Someone else caused her death. How dare they steal that from me? How dare they? A copycat, a nobody. The more that I don't think about it, the more I find myself thinking about it. Think. Why would somebody copy Corpse Girl's methods? How would somebody copy Corpse Girl's methods? Corpse Girl is mine. Corpse Girl belongs to me. I'm not infamous enough yet to have an imposter. Surely I'd be kidding myself with delusions of grandeur to think I've earned an imitator. But the fact remains that somebody sent Yuriko a corpse photo that was meticulously edited and just as convincing as anything I could make. And those instructions, stab Shuji at the party, stab Shuji. Did Yuriko do it? Did she pull a knife and slit Shuji's throat? What about the other people at the party, lying cold on the floor? Did she kill them as well? Did Yuriko imitate Tomi's Ida's final moments and cut down a swath of people, all in an effort to spare her own life? And then who turned the knife on Yuriko? Someone acting in self-defense? Did she kill them too? There are too many questions and not nearly enough answers to satisfy my hungry mind. In an effort to find a silver lining in the whole situation, I think about how Kojiro left the body bag at the party. Hopefully the police will discover the corpse and link Corpse Girl to the murder scene. Her name and website are written all over the HRP after all. Everything might work out. As long as Corpse Girl claims the credit for the death, my popularity still has a chance of skyrocketing. My/her/my website will be inundated with new requests from people begging for me or Corpse Girl to kill on their behalf. Yes, last night's slaughter may have actually been the best thing that happened. I'll happily steal the credit to propel Corpse Girl's name into the stars. I can't speak. I roll over and bite my pillow until it's soaked throughout with saliva and blood, and I scream until my lungs give out. Okay. We good though, right? The house party from hell is all over the news. It's being live streamed. It's all over noise. It's all anybody is talking about. I didn't expect anything less. A dozen or so people dead. A corpse in a body bag, a cryptic message with love from Corpse Girl. The police are trying desperately to put all the pieces together. That detective, Shinya's father, has his face plastered over every news outlet. He says the whole event is linked to the previous string of murders, the ones with corpses decorated to look like the victims.
Of course it's linked, you utter dipshit. It's all Corpse Girl's doing. It says so in the fucking body bag.
Except, this wasn't Corpse Girl's doing, but the more I lie to myself, the better I feel. I'm the only one who knows that a copycat was responsible for the deaths. Copycat? I'm the only one who has seen the photos with the instruction to kill Shuji. I've still got Yuriko's phone, that all-important piece of evidence that will surely serve me better than the police. According to various threads on Noise Channel, the police tried to redact the image of the body bag with Corpse Girl's website written on it, but once something is on the internet, it's pretty much impossible to remove it. The fact that the police wanted it deleted only served to increase the speed at which the image spread. 1,000 posts are all asking the same thing. Who is Corpse Girl? Apparently a lot of people are too scared to visit the website. They fear it might incriminate them, like the police are ready to knock down the door of anyone who visits the site. Yeah, right. But that reluctance, that hesitance hasn't conquered the hearts of the truly curious. Corpse Girl's website has received over 1,000 visitors today. The overwhelming majority of IP addresses accessing the site are based in Tokyo. Even though the murders are known all over Japan, the news and outlets in Tokyo are really having a field day with it. I expected most of the web traffic to be local, but it's still nice to see some visitors from elsewhere. Osaka, Kyoto, Sapporo, Fukuoka. Hell, there were even 2 hits from the USA. Corpse Girl is finally becoming well known. However, despite the influx of web traffic, not a single request has been made. I pout in annoyance as I stare at my laptop screen. The request inbox shows no unread messages. It's almost too difficult to believe. I wonder if the changes I made to the site's front page have deterred people from using it. I'm asking for a lot more information now. A victim's name and address are now necessary to submit a request. I'm about to shut down my laptop in annoyance when a little detail grabs my attention. The last message in the request inbox is stamped with a time and date, today 5:45 p.m., about 15 minutes ago. This request couldn't have come through this evening. It's been marked as read, which means I've already opened it. Curious, I click on the message. The photo that downloads is somebody I've never seen before. An unremarkable man, but someone that I would instantly recognize if I had previously opened this request. I returned to the inbox and examined the times and dates of each message in closer detail. Every message is marked as read, so I had all assumed that these were requests from the previous days. But it would seem that I was wrong. The messages were all from today. There's an entire page full of requests that I've made since just this morning. 25 in total. Holy fuck. Why are they all marked as read? I haven't seen any of these. I madly open all of them. The photos of victims quickly download in succession and I skim through them. Not a single familiar face. What's going on? As I'm making my way through each message, a brand new request pops up at the top of the screen. I'm about to click on it when it suddenly turns gray. The tiny little envelope icon next to the message transforms into an open envelope right before my eyes. I'm struck with a single terrifying thought. Somebody is reading these requests before me. Somebody, somehow, has gained access to Corpse Girl's request inbox, and they are reading every single new request before I do. Somebody else has access to these requests. I can't believe it. I'm so shocked that I don't know what to do. I stare blankly at the screen, my mouth hanging open in disbelief. Has somebody hacked into my site? In a desperate bid to regain my composure and a measure of control, I hunch over a laptop and begin tapping at the keyboard. I access the site security settings in order to check the most recent visitors. All of the traffic is only accessing the front page of the website, as it should be, but one other user has accessed the site admin panel directly. The security settings show that 2 people are currently logged into the admin panel, myself and some stranger. I look up the IP address of the visitor and find that it's based in Tokyo. Perhaps someone who saw the news report about Corpse Girl decided to try hacking into my website. I cannot abide a blasphemous transgression like this. How dare they set a foot upon my holy soil? I'm burning with rage as I click into the site's advanced security settings.
I'll change my password. I'll ban the hacker's IP address. I'll kill them! I'll kill them for defiling Corpse Girl's website!
Oh. I'm finna make a jump. I'm finna make a massive jump in logic, okay? There's no basis to this at all, whatsoever. I'm about to make a massive jump into logic, okay? Massive jump. I think Aoi is doing this. Nothing tells me, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but the fact that when it says copycat and then the words cat is put in copy and then cat is put in different words, right? I've never seen that green color before. I think the green color is supposed to be thrown off because I'm noticing that every time they do a color, it's usually like coinciding to somebody who's already been on screen. Like copy was in red, Noriko is in red, so somebody's copying Noriko, right? Maybe that's a weird jump in lot. I think it's Aoi. I don't know what's wrong with me, but the fact that she's so interested in the website that she followed somebody home to figure out if she was going to use it makes me think that she's not just interested in seeing if it works. She's trying to do some shit. I could be wrong though. Shit's incredible.
Yeah, so?
Can't you track them down? Don't you have, like, connections?
Me? Already hooked you up with cadavers. Don't know what else you want.
I want you to find this hacker and let me strangle them to death!
Jeez, I'm no computer genius. Take it to the police.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Of course.
So what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else. Besides, you still owe me.
Excuse me? What exactly do I owe you?
I don't like how the team is falling apart. Hello, we need to have team chemistry. What's going on?
My share of the corpses. Remember our deal? It's take with you. We're supposed to share.
Come on, what do you need me for? You're capable of getting the cadavers yourself now that you know how. Just ask Tomoe to drive for you.
Can I store them at the factory?
Store them? For how long?
Don't know. Weeks?
They'll rot.
That's why I won't take them home.
It'll stink up the whole place.
We had a deal.
Fine. Store them at the factory. I don't care. What do you want them for anyway?
Tut, tut, tut. Not allowed to ask. Good luck with your hacker. Gotta go.
Right. Thanks for nothing.
That was such a useless conversation. They need to
All
throw
good
that
in
in
the
there.
hood?
Sure, whatever.
I'm not in the mood for Tomoe right now. I just want to get back to work, get the day over with, and go home.
Come on, cheer the fuck up. There's gotta be someone who can find that hacker.
Well, I don't know anyone.
Yeah, me neither. How many requests did you say there were?
70 when I looked this
70?
70? Jeez. How am I gonna deliver that many, you know what?
Keep your voice down.
I said, you know what? I didn't say nothing incriminating.
I don't know, okay? Is that what you want to hear?
No need to snap at me.
Just shut up for a minute, will you? I can't think when you're around.
Wow, sorry. Fucking skank.
Tomoe's words hang in the air long after she's gone. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that the uses of her word skank wasn't affectionate like usual. I curse under my breath and return to my desk. I feel like I'm drowning under stress at the moment. Everything is piling up on me, forcing me down, pushing my head underwater, and taking away my will to even fight back. 70 odd requests to work through. A hacker with access to my website, even if I manage to block them temporarily, I'm sure they'll return. And then there's the copycat responsible for my sister's death. It's all becoming too much. I don't feel like I'm in control anymore. I don't feel like stoic, unflinching Noriko. I don't even feel like Corpse Girl. Poor defiled Corpse Girl with hackers prodding her and copycats mocking her. If I don't feel like Noriko and I don't feel like Corpse Girl, then just who the fuck am I? Oh yeah, we unraveling. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good.
Thank you for meeting me after work. I hope you don't mind eating at this restaurant.
Of course, it's no trouble.
It's nice to see you. I feel like we only ever talk on the phone these days.
Yeah. Is something troubling you?
I'm not really sure why I asked Aoi to meet me. Part of me wants someone to talk to. I want to vent and unleash my frustrations. I'm telling you, it's gotta be her. The only reason I think that is because they would not put a new character in as a copycat that we've never met. A story like this has to be contained. It has to be only a few characters. They condense it. We've met Shinya. We've met Tomoe. We've met, Yuriko's dead now. Emi, all those girls, they're dead. So we've met Shinya, we've met Tomoe, we've met Aoi, we've met Kuriko, Koriko, I forgot her, Noriko. We've met our boy, I already forgot his name. Why is his name escaping me? But our boy at the morgue, we met him. They're not going to introduce some random character who's hacking behind all this. It's her. Tomoe's helping me. Shinya would never do some shit like this. Cadaver Boy is helping me. Noriko obviously is Corpse Girl. I'm locking in on her. I could be wrong, but I'm locking in on her. But another deeper, darker part of me just wants to throw everything away and hold her in my arms and let her tell me that everything will be okay.
Noriko, you've got a weird look on your face.
Sorry.
You can talk to me.
I'm kind of swamped at the moment. Do you ever get that feeling that you're drowning underneath the weight of everything? That no matter what you do, you'll never escape your situation? What am I saying? Of course you get it. You've been through so much shit.
Noriko, we've both been through a lot. School wasn't easy for either of us. I know you better than anyone. I know everything about you.
That's true.
See, that right there is a red herring. I know everything about you. It comforts me when I remember just how close Aoi and I used to be, but times have changed. I've changed. I might as well be a completely different person these days. There are things about me that Aoi doesn't know. Things that make up who I am, who Corpse Girl is. See, that's what I'm saying. She said, I know everything about you. That's a red herring, bro.
I guess I'm just overwhelmed. Maybe I need a vacation.
A vacation, huh? That does sound nice. Okay. Dream vacation destination. Go.
This is too cute, dog.
Huh? Come on. We used to play this all the time. Don't think about it. Just tell me about your ideal getaway.
My ideal getaway would probably be like Bali, or I don't know, bro. I just wanna be near some trees that and a big ass pool.
Somewhere sunny? Don't laugh at me.
I just can't imagine you in the sun.
Seriously, you said dream vacation, so yeah. In my dreams, I'd like to go somewhere sunny. Maybe Hawaii or Australia.
What a fucking jump.
Could you imagine me with a tan?
You should go. Go to Hawaii or Australia or wherever. Do something good for yourself.
Aoi,
Why are you telling me to leave? Nah.
come on. You know it's not that simple.
But why not?
Really? How can you, of all people, ask me that?
Why are you telling me to leave, Allie?
What's that supposed to mean?
You can't even leave your apartment without checking that the light is off or that the faucet isn't running. You need to check like 10 or 20 times.
I'm aware. At least I can go out.
Hey, I'm out right now, aren't I?
Are you?
Excuse me?
Does a safe little place like this even count?
The fuck is going on?
How is this any different than your tiny apartment?
What the fuck is happening?
It's completely different. I'm surrounded by people and
It's the same. You don't go anywhere new.
The fuck is happening?
You're too terrified to step outside of your comfort zone.
I know I'm not.
oh, come on. You can't talk.
I know I'm not getting fucking lectured by a girl in a maid outfit, but this is not happening right now.
You couldn't even start working at the office with me because you were too anxious to leave your apartment.
Cook.
That's not fair. If I'm not certain about everything, then it's too hard.
Nah, too late.
Why
You.
are we fighting? We both know what we're battling with, so why?
Nah, no. Don't turn this shit around. What the fuck? No.
I don't know.
No. Don't apologize. She was just cooking us. Noriko, what is, bro? Get a grip, bro. She was cooking. We should have cooked her ass.
Sorry too.
We should have cooked her dumb ass. She don't even speak with any conviction. What the fuck? We sit in uncomfortable silence for a while. Every now and then, I always shuffles in her seat and checks her phone. I said some nasty things to her. Sometimes I talk before I can even think twice about what I'm saying. She started that shit first. I don't give a fuck.
Aoi, tell me about your dream vacation.
Mine? I'd actually like to go somewhere colder. I like the cold. I like to wrap up in blankets and sip hot cocoa. Maybe a winter getaway to Switzerland or Norway.
You're fucking chalked.
That doesn't sound half bad.
You are faded.
There's something nice about snuggling up in the cold.
She is faded.
I'm glad you agree.
You think we'll ever get away?
I am certain we will.
Maybe we could go somewhere together.
Maybe. By the way, I wanted to tell you that I'll be leaving the maid cafe soon.
Dub.
Really? That's great! What does your manager think?
She pauses before answering. I'm not sure if she's thinking or trying to build suspense
I
or
think he's had a change of heart. He said I can do what I want.
change of heart. Okay, so we're back in Persona. Fuck it. Let's get it.
That's fantastic, Aoi.
The Phantom Thieves changed this girl's manager's heart. Let's get it. It was one of the requests.
It's a relief, that's for sure. My last shift is tomorrow. After that, I'll finally be able to escape that one guy.
Dub. Aoi hangs her head. She doesn't have to say anything more. I know she's talking about her stalker, that disgusting guy that makes advances on her at work. I'm sad that it had to come to Aoi quitting her job in order to escape him, but a solution is a solution.
What will you do for work?
I'm sure something will come up. I have a bit of money tucked away, so I'm not too worried.
Dub.
And my boyfriend has a good job, so he can probably help out.
Your what?
Your boyfriend?
I'm sorry, what now? I'm slightly shocked that Aoi dropped that nugget of information so casually. Since when has she been seeing somebody? She's never spoke of a boyfriend before. A sharp knife carved from jealousy pricks my heart, and I have to look away from her in order to hide the tears welling in my eyes. You're what now?
We've been together for a little while. His name is Junpei.
It's always Junpei. It's always fucking Junpei. I've seen this name like 20,000 times. I don't want to keep seeing it.
Actually, he's going to pick me up in a little bit.
Junpei. I hate him already. I hate the sound of his name. I hate the stupid looking face that my imagination cooks up. Has he kissed Aoi? Has he touched her? Has he slept with my Aoi? I'll kill him. I'll fucking murder him in his sleep.
I'm so happy for you.
This is bullshit.
Thank you.
Bro, she's pissed. Aoi's phone vibrates against the table. She glances at the screen and lets out a tiny squeal.
He's here now. I'll introduce you. Thanks. I'll get.
Dog, I cut myself off and ignore Aoi's quizzical stare. Aoi stands up and looks towards the door. She claps her hands in excitement and waves at a broad, bumbling man starting towards our table.
Hey, babe.
Yo, who the fuck is this nigga? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Look at bro. There is no way. Junpei. Look at this guy. Look at his lecherous eyes, his drooling mouth, his disheveled clothes. How he's dating this fucker? She could have had anyone she wanted. She could have had me. She could have had my gorgeous body. I would give myself to her anytime she wants. She picked Junpei over me.
Fred?
Yes. Junpei, this is Noriko.
Okay, but the smile is this.
Sup?
All right, sup?
Hi.
Aoi talks about you a lot.
She does?
Okay, low-key, he's kind of growing on me. It's my guy. Probably. What the fuck? Okay, no, never mind.
We're going to go catch a movie. Would you like to join us, Noriko?
Hey, Noriko, we're gonna go catch a movie. Would you like the third wheel? Even though I know that you loved me in the past, and I had to return you down. But now I have a boyfriend, and we can third wheel, and you didn't. What the fuck?
Ah, babe, remember you said we were gonna.
Junpei?
It's fine. I've got stuff to do.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time.
Dog, I'm so checked. I'm checked. That just checked me. That checked the fuck out of me.
Well, see you.
I am checked.
Wait.
Bye.
Aoi grabs Junpei's arm and the two lumber away. I give up. I clearly can't compete with what Junpei has to offer. I'm over her anyway. I had my chance at senior high school and I blew it. I moved on. That was my conviction, right? I want her so badly. But I'll just keep moving forward. I'll find someone else to fill the void until I can have her. I'm over her. I'm over all of this. Junpei isn't even worth killing. I don't have the time to waste on him anyway. I have something like 70 requests to work on. I don't have time to be relaxing here. I need to go home and fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. If I do that, maybe I can get over Aoi. And if Corpse Girl becomes famous enough, maybe Aoi will respect me and love me. We could be together. We can go to Hawaii or Australia or Switzerland or Norway and drink hot cocoa in the sun and snuggle up together to stay cold, and we can get over our fears and anxieties together. And we will always be happy even if Junpei dies, and Aoi wouldn't even care about it. She could just kiss me on the beach and we'd be so happy together. Everything would be so much better if Corpse Girl could get her shit together and just pull herself up from my mind and not drown in the endless thoughts of what if and who and why that circulate like draining water within my brain. Everything would be so much better if Aoi just loved me like I love her. But for now, I'm over her. I have work to do. I'm actually checked. I'm checked as fuck. I'm actually like stupidly checked. What is this music? Oh yeah, Noriko's locked the fuck in. Each corpse blurs into the next. They all look the same to me now. Each cause of death is just an insignificant fact, just a bullet point, a tiny detail to be incorporated into a photo. I've lost track of how many photos I've created tonight, 20, 30? But the requests keep coming in. I thought there were 70, but there's so many more now. 200, 300, I can't waste my time counting them. This one is gonna die from a baseball bat to the face. This one's gonna drown. This cute guy is gonna sever his own head, and this pretty girl will electrocute herself. They're all going to leave beautiful corpses and beautiful photos. We'll have fun collecting corpses that look like these victims. Me and Tomoe and Kojiro will apply makeup to each corpse and we'll dress them up and we'll zip them up in cute little body bags and put a nice little ribbon on top and deliver them to our victim. There's no fucking way they're about to kill like 200 people. That's not happening. And each one will die and in turn leave behind a beautiful corpse. Beautiful corpses all over Tokyo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful just like me. So slim and skeletal and perfect, so real. Each corpse would look just a little bit like me. Gorgeous. Kojiro called me gorgeous once. Aoi's never called me gorgeous. I don't have enough burner photos to send out all these photos. I have to use each phone multiple times. Maybe I can send 10 photos from a phone before I dump it. That's a good idea. It will reduce the amount of work. We also won't have enough room in the van to collect so many corpses from the morgue. We'll have to make a few trips back and forth from the morgue to the factory to the morgue. I wonder how many bodies we can fit inside all at once. 5, 10, 15? If we stack them on top of each other? I wonder if I could squeeze in between them instead of sitting in the passenger seat. I'm pretty small, I'm pretty skinny. I could probably zip myself up in a body bag and hide amongst the cadavers and pop out and scare Kojiro when he opens up the van to unload it. Okay, this is crazy. This is some crazy shit. I'm gonna eat that. Ooh, haha, got you, Kojiro. Bet you didn't know I was in here with the corpses, but I look just like them, don't I? Can you unzip a body bag from the inside? I'll have to try it out. I can imagine Kojiro's shocked expression when I pop out like a naked singer bursting out of a birthday cake. Maybe I could strip down before I get into the body bag. I bet he liked that. I bet he'd like to see me slide out of the body bag completely bare with my pale skin and my bony arms and my scrawny legs. His eyes would pop out of his skull when he looks at my prominent rib cage and my hips and my tiny flat breasts. He'd probably think about it every night before he goes to sleep and fantasize about me and my perfect body, and he'd dream about cuddling up with me in the body bag and what's going on? The fuck is this?
Boo! Got you!
Fuck. What the fuck, Noriko?
I pull the top of the body bag down around me and let my chest breathe in the morning sunlight.
Ooh, boo!
My naked skin tingles from the fresh air. I don't think I've ever exposed this much skin to the sun. I giggled and watched Kojiro step back.
Got you! You didn't know I was in here!
I wrestle my arms free and make an L shape with my hand. I press it against my forehead.
Kojiro's a loser! Kojiro didn't know I was in here! Na 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 na!
Just wondering why you wouldn't answer your phone. You're naked.
Boo! Climb in here with me!
You okay?
Climb in!
I unzip the body bag further to make room for Kojiro, but he doesn't advance. He simply stands outside the van, staring at me in disbelief.
One sec.
He pulls his phone out of his pocket and presses it to his ear.
Found her. Back of the van. Yeah. In an HRP. Okay.
Kojiro hangs up the phone and puts his hands on his hips.
Rose in here too?
Dunno, but I'm very cold. Come warm me up.
You're lucky we didn't leave the factory yet. These deliveries can wait. Go inside. Get dressed.
Can't leave the body bag. I'm naked.
Shit.
Kojiro returns his phone to his face.
Bring her some clothes. Mad.
Kojiro approaches the van. He ducks his head under the roof and stares into my
Tomorrow's
eyes.
coming outside. She has clothes.
Not gonna wear them. I'm a corpse now. I'm corpse girl.
Fuck is happening?
Okay.
What the actual fuck? Noriko, put these on.
Tomoe appears from nowhere and thrusts her hand out. In her fist is a shirt and pair of tracksuit pants, but they don't belong to
This
me.
is all I have with me. Take them.
I reach out to grab the clothes, but then I push Tomoe's hand aside at the last second and send the garments flying out of the van.
Bitch.
Look at me. I'm a corpse. I'm corpse.
Hey, is this actually happening?
Get inside the body bag with me, Tomoe. I want to snuggle.
Ain't no way in hell that's gonna happen. You finally cracked.
I think this is serious.
No way. You think? She's lost her mind. We gotta take her home.
Yeah. Noriko, get out of the van. Sit in the passenger seat.
No.
Noriko, please. We're worried about you. We're gonna take you home.
I don't have a home. I'm a corpse.
The fuck is happening?
Take me to the morgue.
I perform my best corpse impression by sticking my tongue out of my mouth and rolling my eyes back. When nobody laughs, I decide to laugh for them.
Right. Enough.
Kojiro climbs to the van and grabs my wrist.
Let me go.
He forces my arms to the body bag so they're pinned by my sides. I can't fight him off. He's far stronger than I'll ever be. He pulls the zipper up on the body bag until it completely envelops me. Then he pushes me backwards so I fall against a stack of cadavers. The van's door slams shut as soon as he climbs out. It's dark. I hear shuffling around outside and then a revving of the engine.
We're going to the morgue. We're going to the morgue.
I sing as loud as I can, but I don't think they can hear me.
Morgue. Morgue. Going to the morgue.
I laugh until I can't breathe and then I decide to suffocate for a little bit. That was all Act 1? What? I try to reflect on life every morning. Keeps me grounded. Keeps my mind busy. A busy mind is a happy mind. I like to assess myself like I'm judging my own life. Kojiro, 34. Not much more to me than my name. Done a lot of things I regret, a lot of things I don't. I'm happy overall, in a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job, small group of friends, couple of hobbies, enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, passions, and fears. Who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. Speak a little French, a lot of Japanese, English not so much. Not always so many girls like multilingual guys. Haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I was in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, deep, like me. She doesn't get me though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. That's probably enough self-reflection for today. I get caught up sometimes. Easy to slip too far inside my mind. Got things to do today, deliveries to make. The boss is cracking the whip. I've already eaten breakfast. That's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee though. Should have had time to stop by the cafe. I grabbed my keys, phone, wallet, and a book for the train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny in my school days. Not so funny anymore, but it stuck with me. I find it hard to break habits. I leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. Probably not, but a possibility. My mind always thinks of such things, always prepared me for the worst. Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. The platform was quiet today, must have beaten the rush. Going straight from the factory today, that blonde girl will drive for there. Tomoe? Tomoe. Always on the tip of my tongue. I like the factory. Spent a lot of time there with Dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now, colder. Reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though, not since Noriko made it her home. She calls it the Corpse Factory. Not a fan of the name. I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me. Now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there sometimes. I picture him working away. I know he's not really there, just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. He'll be proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in HRP. I take the trolley and steer towards our van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Noriko is not hiding within.
Okay.
I hoist the first cadaver off the trolley and load it into the van. The second one follows, then the third. I wipe a trickle of sweat from my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat, maybe later. One more cadaver on the trolley. Into the van it
You're
goes.
pretty quick at this.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me. Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Might be right.
I look straight at the girl, not the type I normally associate with. Girls like her usually think I'm a freak, or not normal. Either or. But we've gotten to know each other a little. Wouldn't call her a friend yet.
Why do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this shit freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild, but I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither. Never did.
Okay, so they kept the shit going even though Noriko just fucking broke. I thought that was fake.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad shit I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it. Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but just been thinking lately, that's all. But between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
You're getting paid?
Oh shit, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting paid.
Phew. That would have been awkward.
The girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The roller door at the loading dock is wide
Bring
open.
the trolley?
Okay.
She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Is Noriko? Damn!
You here?
The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn out thing. Frayed fabric, torn edges. Lying on top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams.
What time is it?
Okay, so we're really playing this shit from. Oh wow, okay.
Time to get up.
Come on.
Got work to do.
How many deliveries today?
That's the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible. Like rotten flesh. I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gesture towards the rack of cadavers that fill the factory. We've acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days, but sometimes we forget, and it's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench could make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back towards the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. It's all for Noriko. Couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worthy. This is the only way I could think of to earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself, but that was a lie, all of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work in a morgue. I've been stealing them for years, just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her, all heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding and macabre, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago, the day she moved into her what the fuck, I've kept close by ever since. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Noriko. Physical labor always makes me hungry, a normal human trait I would assume. I take seat at the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is False Photography. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. When I flip the cover open, I'm reminded why I started coming here. I once saw Noriko at this very same restaurant. She was eating omurice and reading Strange Flower. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly, but she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned then that she's a girl that would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard not to fall for someone in love with educating herself. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Added to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Omurice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume this is Noriko's favorite. Funnily enough, it was Dad's favorite too. I devoured the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always there's a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can't see who sits down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to the rightful place.
Jimbo, right?
Kojiro.
I don't think so.
Trust me. You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The rotund stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the
Can I
gesture.
help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up? What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while. Let's talk about Corpse Girl.
The fuck? The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Why is he blushing?
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah? I seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
Okay, well, Junpei's gotta die now.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
The foul man leads across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the
I
factory.
want to know how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted her sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Ever since then, a new string of deaths have raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Death not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Noriko's request. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people would be found dead across the city. People whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if somebody else was running a similar operation as long as they kept her hands off her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows that there are two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone. Here, check this shit.
The guy shows me his phone. There's a webpage on the screen. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
Human Removal Service.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. Following that text is a form to be filled out, just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They are running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victim details and then somehow carrying out killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves or carrying out premeditated murder? Nah, it's not like that. I think it's simple. It's just somebody who's going out just going out and killing people. Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan. Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler, more profesh, you know?
The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is involved with the copycat and this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am, but what's his endgame?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly. The Human Removal Service. I bookmark the site, then scroll down to fill in the name field.
Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto, the next field request an
Where
address.
do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer will target an accomplice.
Of course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Freaking weirdo.
His face has contorted to a foul grimace, like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the Human Removal Service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if he figured out what I figured out. Don't care. I need to tell Noriko. Are we ever going to switch back to Noriko? Or we're just going to be him for a while. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. How I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs. I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold out my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the checks. Her jaw drops ever so slightly and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims, but there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
No. I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable, something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me. He very well knows Noriko. Yeah, he knows Noriko.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time in bringing up his noise profile.
Shit!
I peer over her phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend.
Aoi, your friend.
Aoi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about, the cute and shy one. The one I followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's, needed some tips. She dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know, I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while.
Bro, it's definitely Aoi. It has to be Aoi. I know it's Aoi. It's Aoi. She's the killer.
I wonder.
What?
Never mind. I need to think some things over.
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stabbed Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
That makes perfect sense because that makes perfect sense. That way she could go through stupid amounts of requests easily because she just has all the opposition take each other out. I get it. 2 kill birds with 1 stone. Send 1 corpse photo to a victim and have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
Yeah, we weren't clearing that. We were not clearing those numbers.
We're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl, but we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50%, and it's been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave into fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life. They call the police, have the corpse removed, they go on with life.
We haven't been doing so well lately.
Yeah, because you're this is gonna make me sound so weird, but Corpse Girl's entire method only works on the fact that they're not getting their hands dirty. They are just trying to nudge somebody off the edge. The human removal service is just doing that shit. They're just killing people. They're just killing people, or they're forcing people to kill others, and that causes a frenzy.
But the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Like, I don't know why Noriko doesn't see this, because remember what happened when she forced when she forced Kotomi to kill people. She killed 4 in one night. That could have, like, she got 4. There was 4 deaths in one night. Was it 5? Was Kotomi a part? No. She was a part of the 4. Why did Noriko not take that immediately?
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway?
It's one of 2 things. Either A, the human removal service is only doing this when there's a lot of people in the area so that it becomes a fucking bloodbath, just like the party. There was like a bunch of people dead at the party along with Noriko's sister. Or B, they use that person to kill a lot of other people, and then the person who runs the HRS just kills the original victim.
It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true, I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Then, dispose of him.
Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside me. I won't let her down. She has given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
Good luck, Kojiro, and be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before a smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. I don't want to stop. I want to keep going. This is so great. I think I'm going to go until like 2 hours and 30 minutes and then I'm done. Quite a bit of time has passed since we went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on, he should come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of this alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting, but he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing, and the whole thing could be a ruse. He might have an escape route, but I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit, front only. Could he have climbed out a window? Doubt it. Big guy, not very fit. Even if he attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often, his favorite place, likely where he met Aoi. She still works here according to Noriko. What does Aoi see in him? What does Noriko see in Aoi, for that matter? The girl was boring. Cute, sure, but no outward personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading out towards the station. Easy. Here goes. Oh yeah, we finna kill him. He's dead. Can't believe this guy traveled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why does he travel so far just to visit a main cafe? He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above this little tomb. No one else around.
Hey, is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
I need you dead now.
No.
I stride up to him and press my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close as you see, he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head higher than him. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fist fight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. The disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snapped 2 of his fingers.
Holy fuck!
Oh, the knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. Holy shit. I savor the sensation of shattered bone grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist in the face? My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow. He's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his legs fell limply. Completely off balance, he falls and lands on his rear. I move towards him and stand over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me! This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I wrung my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience. Have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko would think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles. He feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural beastie growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down, figuratively nor literally. I kick him in the ribs and his howl of anger repeats itself. Sometimes you just have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again, and again, and again. 1 or 3 of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation, like kicking in the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just a moment ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt. This is insane.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment's silence prompted me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks, but a meek answer I didn't foresee causing my body to stiffen.
Harold. He carries out all the killings personally.
He? I frowned, and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Harold.
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
A visionary. A prophet.
Okay.
And he's immortal.
Okay.
He's more powerful than Corpse Girl ever was.
Alright, yeah, just kill him.
Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought this operation was similar to the Corpse Girl. Send a corpse photo to a victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. That was what Noriko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot to Jubei's ribs one more time and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt my neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tensions in my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong, and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of her problem.
Junpei?
Fuck! A girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
I'm about to kill him. Aoi Sato, Noriko's friend, best friend, and then the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto. I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Aoi would never link this assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2.
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Aoi got hurt, Noriko will never forgive me. I can't return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
Later.
I turn on my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to her wounded dog. Dog, you just assaulted him. Are people stupid? What the fuck is happening? When I was with Shizuka, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She bought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. Shizuko never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palpable. She died and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe, and more specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was a callous of me to discard the gift that Shizuko gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something that symbolized what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Noriko reminds me of Shizuko in some ways. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of the piping hot brew fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to my next destination. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors, but the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuko. I wish someone would ask. Just once. It would be nice to know if someone cares, even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuko. No one knows she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Noriko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I have never heard of. It will do for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring, drivel. I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven. But it's my birthday. Shizuko isn't here to give me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko. I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35. Fuck. 40 years ago. Time really does slip through your fingers. Oh, it's been even more than a year since I've met Noriko, technically. I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I asked her about some trivial questions, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu. Then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. What? It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. I returned to collect a few last things, a couple of blankets in the closet, a broom and a dustpan, a few knuckle bones, the usual stuff. I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen in my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. And she looked like Shizuko. She looked so much like Shizuko. She shook hands with the landlord. She said her name aloud, Noriko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making her the place her home. My place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Zaz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but I didn't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. She's still gorgeous, still takes my breath away, just like Shizuko once did, but she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally, Tomoe will go and fetch the things she needs, clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point, I got delegates selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also, Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos and it's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favorite work. It's tedious, and I don't have the eye for detail that she does, but I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. I didn't realize I was sitting on it.
Yo.
Where the hell are you?
Library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Zaz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for a week. Didn't think taking this morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently it rubbed her the wrong way, but juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get too much time to think. Probably why Shizuko's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory, anyway. I drain the remnants of my coffee cup. After returning the unread book to the shelf, I leave the library.
I'm home.
I close the front door behind me. My place is always dark. The tiniest sliver of sunlight filters in from a gap between the closed curtains. I like it this way. I spend countless nights underneath the unholy lights of the morgue. That fluorescent glow messes with my eyes. So I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is small, smaller than my last apartment, at any rate, Noriko's apartment. A tiny living space, one bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful, a half-sized tub with a shower head above it, a toilet, no sink. Wait, I just skipped so much, I'm sorry. Log. A toilet, no sink. I use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. That's disgusting, but it's home. Moving here after deciding to leave my old place was the change I needed after Shizuko died. I threw away so much of my life back then. I'm almost a completely different person now, almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms, the part of me people find weird or off-putting. Can't help it, that's just how I am. All those quirky attributes that Shizuko couldn't stand, they're still with me. She's gone and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday. What a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shizuko a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because of my birthday. Because this day reminds me of that damn French press she bought for me. But it's gone now. And she's gone. All that remains is me. That's the way it always has been. Probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying in and relaxing. I shuffle towards the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look at my clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the one I keep on display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days, like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on a white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hate the color white, it serves no purpose. Despite its useless color, the mannequin holding the coat does serve a purpose. It carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin is the most fitting word for it, but it will do. As I grab my coat, the sleeve catches onto the mannequin's fingers. I tug at it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore. Not when that face stares back at me from within the cabinet. Nothing to do about it.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
I don't have a gift for you. I'm sorry.
All good.
Noriko runs her hands along her opposite arm shyly, not like her to act so awkward and embarrassed.
I just didn't know. That's all.
I know.
She seems truly disappointed in herself for not knowing about my birthday.
I looked at my noise feed, and it even has a notification that today's the day. I'm sorry. I don't have a reasonable excuse.
It's fine. Really. What's on the agenda today?
I want to break away from this discussion. I hate my birthday. I hate Shizuko for leaving me. Noriko sweeps a stray strand of hair behind her ear and contemplates the question.
12 deliveries. Tomoe has already prepped the bodies. She's waiting in the van. I've sent the photos to the victims.
Only 12 today?
We're not getting many new requests. All of today's deliveries are just part of our backlog. There aren't many corpses left here, actually. We've managed to work our way through most of them. Have to visit the morgue again soon.
I see.
Things seem to be slowing down. The copycat is stealing our business. I just know it.
Maybe.
Oh, that reminds me. Whatever happened to Aoi's boyfriend?
She fucking caught me.
I can't believe I forgot about it. You were going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I'd forgotten about that too. Caught up in my own head today. Junpei Matsumoto.
Dead?
Unlikely.
Noriko's prompts me to
Very
explain.
good. But Aoi arrived before I could go further.
Shit. Did she see you?
Yeah. She doesn't know me though.
I suppose. Wait. You didn't hurt Aoi, did you?
The tone of panic in her gasping voice is impossible to
Of
disregard.
course not.
Aoi's innocent, you know? She can't get caught up in all this.
She is the main one, bro. I'm so stuck on this. I'm so stuck. Every single time we hear about Aoi, it's how she's all anxious and she's innocent and she never hurt a fly and she's boring, bro. The story, the clues are telling me that this is the fucking girl. I never hurt a friend of Noriko's unless they hurt me first, self-defense or something.
So, what do we do about Junpei? If he's still alive, he knows that you're involved with the morgue and with Corpse Girl.
We just gotta go kill him.
Don't know. Actually, he did say something interesting.
What did he say?
I quote, "Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand." End quote.
The Herald? Who the fuck is the Herald? Did you mishear? Was it supposed to be Gerald?
Herald. Apparently some prophet. A visionary. Junpei says he's immortal.
Immortal? You're not serious.
That's what I was saying too. Like, shit is
Every killing is carried out by him personally.
What the hell? How is that even possible? How can someone kill so many people without getting caught?
I shrug. My tongue subconsciously licks the gap where my tooth once was.
Guess he's good.
What a pain in the ass.
Anyway, I'll take care of those deliveries.
Thanks. I'm going to try and dig up something.
Dig up?
Not literally. Information. Online.
Had me excited there for a moment.
Don't worry. You'll be the first person I tell if I decide to go digging up bodies.
Thanks.
I throw Noriko a lazy wave and take my leave.
You finally good to go?
Yeah.
Good. I want to get this over with.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks. It's funny to think that Tomoe knows about my birthday. I assume she just read about it on Noise since we're now friends.
Get any prezzies?
Not one.
Lame. What do you like? I'll buy you something.
Really? You'd do that for me?
Of course. You may be a creep, but birthdays are the best. Everyone deserves a present.
I think she's being nice, not a fan of being called a creep.
Well, I'd like a French press.
Would I?
What's that?
A coffee press.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, sure. I'll order you one. Cool?
Cool. Thanks.
Sure. Happy birthday, Kojiro.
Aw. Surprisingly, she steps forward to give me a short hug. It feels nice. Contact. She's warm, not like Noriko, or the way I imagine Noriko to be. Her hair smells wonderful, like coconut. I'm not sniffing it on purpose. I'm not trying to play up to my reputation as a creep. But it's impossible not to smell a woman this close. Her fingers tap against my back a few times, and then she releases the hug. A smile as warm as her touch spreads across her face.
Come on, let's get going.
Yeah.
Tomoe opens the van's driver's side door and scoots inside. As the door shuts behind her, I can't help but entertain the thought of what she would be like to have a girlfriend, a partner, a lover. She's nicer than I originally thought. Heart's in the right place, but she's not Noriko. I shake the fleeting thoughts from my mind and urge myself to get on with things. Delivery time. I gotta stop here. But not really, because I'm gonna come right back to it. But I'm gonna stop the video here because it's long as fuck. I'm gonna stop the video here because it's long as shit right now. I ain't got nothing else to say, honestly. I'm gonna get out of here, but not really. I'm about to actually record the next episode right after this, just so I could get ahead of schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I ain't got nothing else to say. I hope you enjoy the next episode that comes out tomorrow, that I'm recording now after I go get some food and relax for a little bit. I've been recording for 2 hours. Probably gonna do another 2 more. Who knows? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm getting out of here. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, we move. I'll see you next time.